Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon, the 17th of November, 2023. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. Mogi, you stallion, how's life?
Going grouse there, you backbone, you son of a bee, what are you?
All those things.
Yeah, you're all of that and more, aren't you, mate?
We're actually both a little bit better because we've just done the podcast outro. We were venting a little bit, I think it's fair to say. We've had a frustrating afternoon, and it's good to be able to get that off our chest.
Psychos behind the wheel, weren't we, mate?
Absolute.
And it turns out Pugs is an absolute lunatic.
Is an absolute animal. No. And here I was, Pugs, you mad bastard, thinking you were this mild-mannered chap. But the tenties, holy smoke.
Yeah, when you're in the confines of your own vehicle, it all comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Well, it's a good place to vent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, now listen, big show coming up. I've got another strange encounter to report, fellas.
Yet another.
And it was quite an intimate one today, and quite awkward. And also, I got to see my stolen car today. It's terrible.
Could I just say that as part of your conversation that you're going to have, I'm also going to talk about a conversation that I had today with a man whose penis was out in the open.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, no.
And that was not a conversation I was interested in having. All right.
I am massively looking forward to that conversation, actually. I'm intrigued.
I'll introduce you.
The Hodaki Big Show.
The Pixies there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show. I could just see Mogi there picking his throbber in Studio B, and I could tell.
Here we go.
It's high energy.
I could tell by his movements it's either Metallica or Rage Against the Machine.
He's out of Rage songs. I'm picking Metallica.
Yeah, I'm saying Metallica too.
Well, I can tell you, it is Metallica, and is a magnificent song. And look, if you're a fan of Metallica, get your fingers ready to dial in.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny.
Hey, you guys want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
It's funny because, you know, once again, old Pugs, who's 2-0 since he's been
0-2.
0-2,
Yeah,
sorry.
0-2, yeah.
Still cock-a-hoop as.
I don't know about that.
He said today is the day that Pugs is on the scoreboard again.
Yeah.
Hey, but right now it's time for
The Big Poll.
Whereas I don't,
Here we go. I don't want to hear it. You're setting me up.
Don't rate my chances at all.
No one does.
No, so, yes. The big poll today, and I don't know if you're a proponent of this or not, Mogi, making lists, yes or no?
Yeah, this is a weird one. When you sent it through, I thought, what else do people do?
Sure.
I thought, are there people that don't make lists? Because I don't know how you're meant to get anything done if you don't know what you've got to do to get done.
Yes.
So I'm for lists because without it, I wouldn't know what I had to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Pugs?
Yeah, I'm into it. I mean, it might just be a very casual one. I'll send myself an email in the morning of everything I got to do for the day.
Dear Pugs, your backbone, try not to turn into a psycho when you get behind the wheel
of the car. Yeah. Well, it's interesting, and I'll tell you why. I suggested, because I've never really been a list writer. I've never written lists out. I mean, things to do are sort of filed away in my head.
Oh, God.
But
can I just say, that's the worst place for this.
And so I said to my wife, this is before I went to Australia, by the way.
My wife!
I said, darling, my love, my greatest love.
Couldn't remember her name, eh?
I couldn't, nah. And I said to her, I think we need to start writing lists of things we want to achieve, things we want to get done, and all that sort of stuff.
And things that annoy each other about the other.
Yes, and I am not lying. She went batshit crazy. It was like, no, what?
I don't think
I'm not
say
writing.
You don't say that about your wife.
I'm not writing lists. All right, let's make it clear. I'm not going to be writing lists. I know what needs to be done, and I get it done. I don't need to write lists. And I was like, oh, whoa, that's a bit of an interesting reaction.
Let's everybody just take a chill pill,
Yes,
all right?
exactly.
By everybody, I mean you.
Exactly. Anyway, so then I didn't think much of it. And then I ended up going to Australia for the week when my daughter injured herself. Came back that week, and my wife had written out a massive list of all the things I needed to do that I hadn't done while I was away.
That would be a long list.
Which I thought was it was just her having a bit of a dig at Hoity J.
Sure.
But there are certainly people out there that don't do lists.
Can I ask, what was your wife's problem with lists? Did you get
know.
into the details of that?
I don't know.
You didn't think to ask?
I said, well, I think I did. And she's like, I'm not into writing lists. I know what I need to do, and I just get it done. I don't need to write a list.
Okay.
Not even for shopping. She doesn't write lists. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's just like, I know what we need, so I'll go and get it.
Oh, okay. So I mean, who knows? Maybe it keeps her mind sharp. My mind is not sharp.
No.
My mind is dull.
Yes.
And so it needs reminding. It's been a few decades of pretty severe abuse, and so I'm not surprised that, it's not quite up to scratch.
Oh.
A few lists doesn't hurt me, mate.
Don't get me started on a dull mind. I did a really dumbass thing today, but we'll talk about that later. But have your say. What's your prediction?
100% of people have got no issue with lists, but I'm going to go 80-20.
80-20? Okay, I'll go 70-30.
Okay.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
A few shout-outs there, I believe. A Pugalicious.
Shout out to the brothers at Coalwood Builders working out Matamata in the pouring rain, apart from the watchkeeper who was on his phone counting down the clock till he could smash back some vodka cruisers. That's good stuff.
The old Voddy Cruiser, eh? Yeah, nice.
Shout out to me for not resigning another week. Backbone.
Good on you,
That
mate.
is real backbone
Just
stuff.
anything like that, just skip over it, Pugs.
Oh, you don't like the... Okay. Shout out to the mad sickos at Ben Timover Construction. Absolute battlers in Christchurch.
What was
Thanks,
the name of
fellas.
that again?
Ben...
Got him.
That's the second time that's happened to me when I've been doing
Pugsy.
this.
Pugs is just anchor manning it up, just reading whatever's on the auto cue.
Yeah, totally.
Bent him
Send in
over.
some real filth and I promise I'll read it out on the air.
I'm actually sitting here watching someone having a durry outside, and it's really triggering me. Hey, but right now it's time for this. Strange Encounters of the Hoity Carl. We've been talking, haven't we, Mogi, of late, about the amount of strange encounters that I have with people.
Yes.
And I had another one today.
Of course you did.
Went to the gym. God, I'm smashing it there at the moment, by the way. Absolutely smashing it. But you'll be aware of the fact that I've mentioned previously that I've noticed that there's a particular lady there that seems to have taken an interest in old Hoity J.
Yeah.
She's like a little pocket dynamo.
Is she?
And I would say she's probably...
Off her meds?
Maybe. That's possibly true. I'd say she's maybe early 60s, mid 60s.
Oh, so right in your wheelhouse.
Yes. And she started off by just waving at me and smiling at me and stuff. And I was going, oh, this is a bit awkward and blah, blah. And I sort of walked past her and smiled again. And she just kept staring at me. I don't think she knows who I am.
Oh, did you tell her?
In the sense of, she knows me from radio or TV.
Sure. She just knows you as a local stud at the
as
gym.
a local stallion at the gym, and probably massively impressed with a huge tin I'm throwing around. And anyway, but then finally one day I went, I feel a bit rude because I got my skull candies on.
Yeah.
So I thought, and she was waving and smiling at me, so I thought, okay, I should actually acknowledge and talk to her. And so, hello, how are you? And she's like, hello, how are you? You just arrived, blah, 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 blah.
Small talk.
What time do you normally sort of come? And I was like, I don't really want to give the details of when I come and blah, 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 because I've noticed that
Hold up. That's none of her business. She can't ask you that. You were right not to answer that question, Hoity J. Good on you.
I've just gone back in my mind and gone, oh, geez. And so I sort of didn't disclose that, but I found that she's there every day at the same time that I'm there. Then today it happened, fellas. It happened. She came over to me and smiling and waving. I took my skull candies off. And she was a bit of small talk. How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. How often do you go to the gym? And blah, blah, blah. Because you always seem to be here, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, I hope you don't mind me asking.
Oh, God.
And I went, oh, no. Oh, no. But are you seeing anyone at the moment? And I went...
Not with these eyes.
Yeah. Whatever, you noticed my milky eyes. No, but I had to reply to her and I said, well, yes, I've been seeing someone for the last 27 years. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a woman's heart break in front of you. shatter apart in 1,000 pieces. I watched her crumble. I saw the devastation in her eyes. She said, oh, that's lovely. That's a long time. That's a long time. And I was like, yeah.
God, is
and
it
then,
what?
And then she went, anyway, I better get back to it. I said, I better get back to it. Hey, old Hoity J, I've still got it.
You still got it, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's good to know that, all that hard work in the gym is paying off and people are noticing.
Out of interest, when is the last time that somebody hit you up like that?
27 years ago.
It'd be about that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, I consider myself an old ram cast. It's back paddock for Hoity J. So
I think back paddock's too good for you.
That sort of thing doesn't happen to me. Now, let's get into a tune, but I'll be buggered if I could even say that.
Hey, when I come back, when we come back, in fact, we'll talk about what I went through at the gym today.
Yeah.
For another fella's pecker.
Nice.
Another fella's pecker there.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
G'day, it's Wilson. Could I get a shout out to McGeady Builders down in Dirty Duds? They're all bloody backbones. Backbone, #backbone.
And one more here.
Afternoon, you backbones, you mad sons of bees, you mad dogs. We're just out here in Upper Moottree, Rubes the Moods here. Just want to give a quick shout out to old OnlyFans Roy. Watching all those instructional videos of the bull horse of how to fix his tractor, getting ready for the hay season coming up. Old hey Roy, hey OnlyFans Roy. Anyway, off to the pub to get responsibly keesied. And have a happy day up there in the old Big Smoke.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
very
absolute
good.
backbone stuff there
50
from those
bucks,
fellas.
I
Well
reckon.
done.
50
well done.
bucks.
I met a fella today who was the opposite of both of those gentlemen. I went to the gym there, did my workout there, Jase. Should have seen me, man. Whew. Chucking tin, boy. And afterwards had a shower there, and I don't want to get bogged down in the details, but yes, I was nude, Jase. Yes, I did use soap, all right?
Yeah.
I come out of the shower with a so this is what I do. I'm in the shower. It's a cubicle. There's dozens of these showers. While I'm in there, I dry myself, okay? I dry myself. The only thing that's wet are my feet when I come out.
Sure.
Which have got jandals on them because I don't want to get athlete's foot.
Sure.
Or feet.
Good on you, mate.
So I'm completely dry when I come out. I come out, I go to my locker. There is a row that's about 20 metres long of lockers. Murphy's Law says, and this happens every single time, I'll be getting something out of the locker, one other person will enter, their locker is directly next to mine. Happens every single time. I'm not sure, every single time without fail. So I'm at my locker, guy comes out, I catch him on my periphery, stark bollock naked. Okay? He comes in, he's like, I'm like, always the way, eh? He's like, yeah, always the way. And around about that moment, I realised that he's naked. So then I move my bag so that he can get to his locker. But at that point, he should move away from me. He should get his stuff and just move. But he doesn't. He stays right next to me, naked, drying himself, has come out dripping wet, hasn't dried himself in the shower. Does a weird thing, the way he dries his legs. He doesn't bend over and dry his legs. He raises one knee and stands on one leg and dries his leg like that, and then stands on the other leg and dries it like that.
Yes.
I don't hold that against him. I'm not comfortable now. I'm not comfortable because it's right. I can see it. I'm doing something, but we both know what we're both thinking about.
Yes.
His downstairs.
Yes.
All right? I get the feeling that he wants to carry on a conversation with me, but I don't talk to people when they've got their downstairs out. I just don't. That's one of my rules. So I go
Good to know.
Directly opposite the lockers is a mirror with some sinks in it. So I turn around and I go over there to brush my teeth, a couple of other, just personal hygiene issues at the sink there, and mainly to get away from him.
Yes.
He's been drying himself facing the lockers. I go over there. He now turns around.
Oh.
So I'm looking into the mirror. I can now see his downstairs in the reflection. All right?
Yes.
I'm not happy. So I go about my business, go back to my locker, grab something else, come back over. Then, when you're getting changed, what's the first item of clothing you put on?
Your underwear.
Wrong. Your T-shirt. You put your T-shirt on if you're this guy. your T-shirt.
Winnie the Pooh action.
T-shirt, socks, this guy goes. So he's keeping his downstairs out for as long as humanly possible.
Yes.
What's going on there?
That's deliberate at that point.
It is.
100%.
100% it is.
Do you sense that he was maybe having a hoity-jay scenario of...
He was 100%. I could feel that he was about to start talking to me. And I was just going,
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm just... My wife's left me. I'm keen. I'll see you Sunday afternoon, all right? But I'm only having one beer.
Yeah.
And we'll just see how it goes. But he did seem like... I mean, look. He looks after himself. He looks after himself.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
It's the Hodaki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your Friday afternoon's going along very nicely indeed. It's almost 2 minutes past 5 o'clock, and it's been poor of me not to remind people that we're giving away $5,000 cash today and an amp fridge.
A Marshall amp fridge.
Marshall amp fridge. So if you contributed to our music jury, you automatically go on the draw for that, and around 5:30, maybe 5:40, we're giving away $5,000, Mogi. Cold, hard cash.
Can I just, and before we get into the throbber here, can I just direct people over to the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram page? We've got our hands on an Chris Key's ID from college when he was at high school there. It is something to behold. He looks like Screech from Saved by the Bell. He looks like McLovin. It is unreal.
2 people from around the office thought that I'd faked it.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was a
photoshopped
fake.
it. And it's legit.
It is unbelievable. Get over there and have a look, man. It's shocking.
It is shocking. It's spooky. It's spooky. That's mind you, to be fair to Keezy, me around that age, horrendous beast.
Yeah.
I was horrific.
Sure, but no photo, so you're all good.
Yeah, well, there probably is. And
One
I'm
day
never
there
going
will
to
be.
Yeah, I'm not going to. So who's kicking us off, fellas? I think I kicked off last week.
I'm happy to go first, fellas.
All right, man.
Hey, guess what? I've gone with a bit of Metallica, and it's a bit of Creeping Death. Crank it up there, would you?
Jeez.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see
boy.
why you were
Yeah,
bobbing
we-
your head in Studio B.
That's a throbber, Jase.
Is it?
What have you got, mate?
You tell me, fellas. You tell me.
Is this?
Oh, it's got a guitar in it. That's a good start.
Now that's
Okay.
a throbber.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right, Jase.
Who is that?
I'm on a bit of a Godsmack run here. That's a throbber, man. Trust me.
Should we go for
switch,
mine,
go,
fellas?
What yummy boy tune have you got for
You know
us,
what?
mate?
I've embraced.
to switch it up.
I've embraced the Yummy Boy, Jase. This is chasing status. No problem.
Yummy boys. Yummy boys.
Righto.
Okay.
So if you
Wow.
want something different that sounds the same, that sounds different to those two tunes,
Yeah, give us a call right now.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
It's the Hodaki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Yes, indeed. Certainly 2 throbbers there.
thanks, Jase.
I've gone with this one here. It's Creeping Death. Just an all-time classic
Is it?
from the gods of hard rock. Yeah, boy.
6 minutes long.
Woody J, what do you got, baby?
I got a throbber for you, Mogi.
Big talk.
Turn it up.
Wanna be an American idiot.
I thought it was something like that, eh?
Yeah, boy.
Puggaroo.
Look, I've embraced the yummy boys here, fellas. Oh, yeah. 2011 chasing status, no problem.
Yummy boys.
Yummy.
Yummy boys. Yummy boys.
Yummy. All right.
Yeah, there you go, you mad bastards. You decide, New Zealand. Taryn, how's life?
Yeah, g'day, you backbone.
Taryn texted in earlier. I know where he's going.
What do you reckon, Taryn?
Oh, right, okay. What are you voting for there, Taryn, you mad bastard?
Oh, I got to go for can't talk to a man with his piece out Minogue.
Yeah.
Gotta love a bit of Metallica.
Good on you, boy.
Good on you, man.
Yeah, whatever. Archie, you mad bastard, how's life?
Fellas, good, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you, Archer. What are you running with there, Archer?
I'm going to have to go Pugs' Yummy Boy
Oh,
show.
Archer, you're an absolute yummy boy backbone right there.
What a great name, Archer.
You like that?
Yeah,
That's
I like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
like
good
it.
name.
I like it.
Bad choice. Good
I like
name.
the cut of your jib.
Alex, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, g'day, fellas. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Good. What are you going for, Alex?
As much as I am a bit of a yummy boy myself, like Pug, I can't walk past a bit of creeping death.
That hurts,
Good on
man.
you,
We were
Alex.
so close, Alex.
Good on you, mate. And who do we reckon's
Well-
going to win the 200?
Oh,
We like his name. We should probably give it to him, shouldn't we?
Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, chuck him back on.
Get it. Oh, he's just.
Well,
he just.
we're not doing Archer because he just jumped off the line.
Well, he can call back. We'll be all right, won't we?
Okay, go on.
Okay, good on you. All right.
Oh, yeah, crank it up.
I'm going wheeze.
6 minutes long.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Teleka there, quarter to midnight on the big show this Friday afternoon.
How good's that tune, man? That is.
I really liked
That-
where it went down.
Hey guys,
For 6
guys, can you put on that?
That is the epitome
of good
of
music.
what I hate.
Yeah.
Keep going, Jase.
Dun, 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 dun.
Weirdly, that sounded kind of like your tune.
Exactly
You
like
wrote
the
as
sound
well.
of-
Mine had more beef and
Sounded
meat to it.
exactly like
Yeah.
Jase's.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Faux rock, I call
it
that.
sounded exactly the same, except for nobody voted for it, and nobody on the line voted for it.
Yeah,
so that's how
yeah,
good it
that
was.
is
But
tough.
anyway,
You'll get your old timers that will just die for Metallica every day. of the
both
week.
those
They'll be
guys,
having a
both
few
those
beers.
guys were young.
No,
but
they,
all,
no,
but all
no,
good.
you
they
don't
were
know that.
not. They were not young, Mogi. I
Hey,
can
anyway,
see them
guys.
with Motorhead t-shirts.
Can I just
on.
say, guys, this is the Throbber. All right, we're here to win as many as we possibly can while giving out good tunes to the crowd. You're entitled. You can play as many Metallica songs as you want, Jase. But meanwhile, you're on 9. Keezy's on 12. Pugs, you're on 3.5, and I'm
Hell
on
yeah.
14 now.
I can still
14.
come back.
Oh, you can come back, man.
100%.
I tell you what, Pugs, you've really lost form, man.
Okay,
been-
no vote, Jase.
I mean, you're having some shock. I mean, I know that Keezy had, high hopes for you to stave off Mogi there.
Sadly, he did.
But it's just
yeah.
not happening.
And I'm here to disappoint.
And it just seems to be getting more and more yummy boy. You're doubling down on the yummy boy.
I think I have to now because every
Yeah.
time it's yummy boy. So I'm like, well,
Well,
okay,
might as well be
let's do
yummy
that.
boy.
And at least I'm having fun being a yummy boy.
Yeah, exactly. That is a good tune, man.
Yeah, I tell you what though, just on that, there were 8 texts that came in.
Eight's a stretch.
Saying that old Hoity Jase was a tune.
Oh, well, there was none.
No. Just like there were no callers.
What texts are you looking at? Because I got mine, and on my private Insta, robbed Jase. Says one person, you were robbed, Hoity Jase.
Have you figured out how to log into the computer?
Yeah, totally, man. So there you go.
Hey, anyway, fellas,
Yeah,
as
well
long as
done,
we're all having a nice time, that's the main
I had a
thing.
great time. It was a good throbber.
Hey,
you did well.
Let's follow up Metallica. Yes.
I'm just going to say, I'm just giving you the heads up. Next week, I'll be doing a Metallica song.
Okay, yeah, good.
So just prepare yourselves for it.
Excellent.
Can that one be 7 minutes instead of 6?
Probably 9. I've got one in mind, yeah.
Awesome.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Let's have a bit of CWC chat, why not?
Cricket World Cup chat with Jason Mike.
New feature for this, actually, Mogi, for the Cricket World Cup chat. Pugs is going to have his yummy boy of the Cricket World Cup.
Oh, good.
At the end of it. So,
am I?
Looking forward to that. Obviously, the second semi-final last night, South Africa v Australia.
Yeah.
South Africa all over the show, bowled out for 213. Looked like she was all over Rover, but Aussie very nearly shat the bed.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say I don't know why we're doing this segment anymore, considering we're not involved anymore.
I know.
So moving forward, I think we should ditch it.
Yeah, you told me to ditch it last time.
South Africa got 212. Aussie chased it down with a couple of overs to spare. South Africa was sort of 7 down for 60 or something insane.
Yes.
Rear guard action and managed to put a few on the board. And then Australia came in, had 100 runs off 15 overs.
Yes.
And then crawled their way to a victory 32 overs later. So 100 runs off the first 15 and 115 runs off the next 32 overs.
For the loss of a number of wickets.
7.
Too. And there was a little moment there with Cummins at the end. And they needed like 14 or 15. She was very tense and tight. And de Kock putting down the catch behind the stumps there, which could have really turned the screws. There would have been 8 down then. Zampa would have been in. But, valiant effort from South Africa. But let's be honest, we didn't want them winning 2 World Cups.
I don't want them winning 2 World Cups, but it's incredible. They have been in 7 semi-finals across T20 and one-dayers, and they have never made it past that. That is not
shocker.
a great record. And you've got to say, they choked again. That was another choke.
Yes, it was. So, Australia, India in the final. Who are you going with there, Mogi? I'm feeling the imperious Indians are going to take this one out, and I hope that they do.
I hope that they do. There's nothing worse than an Australian victory.
No.
There's nothing worse than that. And I think it's a nice... The thing about it is, if India win it, it's tarnished because they've cheated with the pitches. The swapping of pitches all the way through, but apparently they've been doing it all the way through. So it's tarnished. So that you get to get out of it by saying, well, you won because you cheated. And if Australia win, then it will be against all odds, and it will be a famous victory, especially given their start to the World Cup, the tournament. So 100%, I want India to win.
Sadly,
and I want them to smash them.
Yes, I predicted that Australia were going to come right and win this World Cup. I hope I'm wrong.
Sure you do.
Now it's time for Pugs' Yummy Boy of the CWC.
Yummy boy.
Should I?
Have you got the tune there? He's Yummy Boy of the Week.
But the Pugs version for the CWC. Yeah. What's his name? Old mate? Kane Williamson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. He's hot.
He's a bit old, but...
But he's still hot.
That feels like a bit of a cop-out, actually.
Okay, well, maybe we'll wait for Hoity J's Yummy Boy of the CWC.
I mean, you could have gone Cummins.
Okay.
He's a good-looking fella.
You think so?
Yeah, he's good-looking fella.
Subjective, isn't it?
Blue-eyed,
Zampa,
strapping.
you're a bit of a Zampa boy.
Oh, yeah, Zampa.
Yeah.
I'd go there.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Okay, someone just texted in before on 3483 saying, where's Keezy? What's going on with Keezy? Just to let you know that he's on his honeymoon, isn't he, Mogi?
He is.
For a month.
Yep.
How good. But I do believe, Pugs, that he sent us a little message from overseas.
G'day guys, Keezy here. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how things are going on the old honeymoon. And we're in a coastal town in Spain, very nice spot. I surprised my wife, who really wanted to spend some time, lying in the sun next to a pool. So I splashed out. I booked a beautiful hotel. We got here and the pool is closed. You're not allowed to use the pool whatsoever. So we had no choice but to go across the road to the beach and lie down. However, it's not like a New Zealand beach. First thing that happened was I stood in bird crap. And then there were dogs running around and all sorts of stuff, so it's not good. And to make matters worse, I promised her we'd go out for dinner on the beach. It's a nice romantic restaurant. Unfortunately, I ate some bad KFC. I wanted to try Spanish KFC, ate some of that. I've had food poisoning again, and I've been literally in the bathroom from about 2 o'clock onwards today. So anyway, look, I'll let you go. I don't want to hold you guys up. I know the show will be going really well with Pugs at the helm there, and I'll see you guys in just over a week's time. I'll see you later.
Hey, Mogi.
Yeah.
Food poisoning.
Sure. Alcohol poisoning.
Yeah,
more like.
exactly. He sounded a bit...
He sounded nasally.
Yeah, very nasally. And a bit sort of rough.
Oh, he sounded heinous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's been a bit of a disaster thus far.
The whole thing sounds like a shambles.
I think his wife would be massively disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know why he keeps going to these massive chain restaurants when you're in a different culture.
Yes.
You know?
Well, you're in Spain. You don't go to KFC, do you?
No. Macca's all day.
Yeah, either Macca's or Wendy's would be my choice. So there you go. Just a reminder, I think he's away for another week, and then old Keezy's back in. But that's if we let him, fellas? Pugs? Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
This is breaking news.
I don't know if you heard the news, Mogi.
Oh, God.
Snoop Dogg's given up the durries.
The durries?
Yes, the durries.
I didn't know he smoked.
Yeah, 180 a day.
180 doesn't seem like enough.
180 durries a day. Snoop Dogg has said, I'm no longer doing the durries.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that, man.
Yeah, I would have thought you would have known.
No.
Just read it on the breaking news site there.
Oh, the breaking news site, breakingnews.com?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, interesting what he says here. The headline on the Hollywood Reporter, I've just Googled that in that time.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg claims he's quitting smoking, asks for privacy. But I should point out it's not cigarettes, it's marijuana.
Oh, is it?
Basil.
Yeah. It's the weed. It's the weed, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
But all good on him anyway.
He once said he smokes 81 joints a day and has employed a personal blunt roller. That's when you're earning too much money.
Yeah, man.
Or just the right amount of money.
Yeah. God, imagine that, 80 a day.
That's a lot. That's a busy day.
You don't know what's going on.
It's been a busy day, darling.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Hey, now listen, the Big Show Outro, a podcast we do, bonus content outside of the radio show. It's a bit more personal. Sometimes can be a bit more R18.
Sure.
A bit more adult orientated, a bit more fans only.
Ooh.
Or only fans. Yeah. Actually, whatever happened to that account? We never got it started.
We started it.
Oh,
yeah.
we did.
We did start it.
We sure tried to launch that, didn't we?
We've tried hard.
It's good. But today, from recollection, we were both having a bit of a rant.
A bit of a moan.
We were a bit grumpy. And tell me if this is weird.
Can I just say, it's weird.
Okay. I often vent very loudly in the car. Like I'll have a frustration with, say, a person, and I'll be, you effing, and I'll just let it out. But I'm by myself in the car, and my wife was like, I think that's really good.
I was noticing today, actually, because I had a couple of F and Jeffs, and I thought, God, I've gotten so much better. I had said, what are you waiting for, you fucking idiot? To myself, you know? There was no salt in it. It was just a genuine question. And those words just sort of roll out of me, you know?
Yes.
It's like saying, hi, how are you? It's like,
yes.
But only in the car. And I don't talk like that outside of the car.
No,
and
same.
It's just a Pugs.
Highly recommended. What we did find out on that podcast too was just what a vicious temper old Pugs had.
Yeah.
And that he's prone to a bit of the old road rage, Mogi. Which I was really surprised to find out about, because you come across as a very mild-mannered type of fella.
All that anger has got to go somewhere, doesn't it, fellas?
Absolutely.
Doesn't it?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
REM there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon. I believe we have a talkback message there, Pugs.
Hey boys, just want to give a shout out to the beautiful Danielle celebrating her birthday weekend here down the York Peninsula in South Australia. Happy birthday, baby.
Hey, baby. It's a good little present. I'm a big fan of the Big Show, the beautiful Danielle.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. She's always sending messages.
Massively
She's
so,
always
man.
sending messages.
And I tell you what, it's amazing the amount of people we get from Australia.
There's a lot.
Oh, yes.
A lot.
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking, mate?
Big show on the road to Oz.
We should do a big show on the road to Oz. Why don't we go, oh my God, what was the name of that show?
What?
That show with you in it.
Oh, Last Stop Larimer.
Last Stop Larimer. We can get over there, you can meet future Hoity J, and we can have a few jars at that pub and try not to get murdered. How good would that be?
We should
That would be good.
We should just sell up and move to Larimer.
Straight up. If we like the idea, like they'd want us to go over and like go to Goldie or Sydney or something. Let's go to Larimer and do a broadcast.
I would be terrified. I'd be so scared of being stranded out
it'd be great.
Oh, I'd be into that big time. Hey, but right now it's time for
The Big Poll.
The big poll today, writing lists, yes or no, was that it?
Yeah,
Making lists.
Yeah,
80%. I went 80% yes for a list.
Yes.
You went 70% yes for a list. And it was just come out of your story, Jase, that you asked your wife if you should start making lists, and there was some resistance to it. Where I've always been a list maker, otherwise nothing gets done.
Sure. Yeah. What are we looking at
So
there,
you were
Pugs?
80% yes, you were 70% yes?
That's right.
Making lists? 71%.
Oh, Hoity J's had a win.
1%
Wow.
Got
off.
to win sometime, something, for
That's
God's
true,
sake.
man.
Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good getting it right?
Without cheating?
Legitimately?
I mean, I've never cheated at anything in my life. But no, I have actually on that front started to write lists. And I think it's good. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because, as you say, otherwise things just rattle around in this old head of mine and they never
Fall
get
out.
them. Yeah, and they fall or they just completely forget them and then go, oh my God, we forgot to do
Yes.
blah, 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 blah.
Do you make like a list of who's going to get it?
Yeah, oh, totally.
Yeah.
My to-do's list, I call it.
Well, we had a text in on 3483. The only list I make is a list of the people that wronged me.
Yes.
That was on 3483.
Yeah, that's a list.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Getting into the weekend, we need some viewing tips, so let's get into a bit of TV chat.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Getting Buddha-like.
That was really good, that one.
Yeah.
That was right off the bat.
Yeah.
Hit it.
We needed to improve our starts.
That was really good.
Thanks, man.
That was the first 15 overs are really good there.
Thanks, buddy.
I watched last night John Wick 4. John Wick 4, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
I made it maybe, what did I make? Maybe 40, 45 minutes into it. It's nearly 3 hours long. Just to give those people out there an idea of what this film is, the first one, it stars Keanu Reeves, who's an assassin, retired assassin, and he's living alone. I think his wife's died, and some guys come to kill him, even though he's out of the game. But they kill his dog. And so then he goes and avenges the death of his dog for the rest of the movie. And it is a wildly entertaining movie, as is the second one. I can't remember a thing about the third. Now it's at the point where they think, this happens, doesn't it? Where they start doing sequels and they think that people care about story.
Sure.
The beauty of the first one is it's basic. You've killed my dog, now I'm going to kill you.
everyone.
It's action.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
action. Now the first half an hour was talking. And not good talking, not good dialogue, not interesting.
Yes.
Bad talking. And then the action was so slow and boring. It was pedestrian. Now, I've heard people say that this movie is fantastic. I beg to differ. I love an action movie. I love Keanu Reeves. I love the first John Wick. I'd love to hear what people think about this. Let us know. God, it was terrible. Unwatchable. Turned it off.
That is so disappointing to hear.
Here's the weird thing. I don't know how I feel about Keanu Reeves.
Oh, he's a horrendous actor, but that's why I love him. I think he's a nice person.
And incidentally, I worked with a New Zealand actor quite a long time ago who worked with Keanu Reeves on one of the Matrix movies.
Yeah, sure.
And he said the interesting thing about it was that when you're watching him act, he's terrible. But something happens, and when you watch him on screen, you go, "My God,
he's terrible."
Well, he's actually, there's something about him that works.
There's not there. Let's be clear here. He is a terrible actor.
Yeah.
You go and watch Point Break.
Hot,
any of those
though.
Point Break. I am an FBI agent. It's like, is that a rock talking? What is going on?
Yes.
But there's something about him.
Yeah.
I really like him, and if he's in a movie, I will 99 times out of 100 watch it. It doesn't. Part of the thing I love about him is that he can't act.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that I'm any better, but God, he's a good-looking man.
Oh, he's a very good-looking man. And a really nice bastard,
And a great
too.
bloke, yeah.
I just went old school. I wanted something where I didn't have to think too much last night. So I watched Yank My Doodle. It's a dandy.
Is that even a movie? I think I need to cleanse my palate over that.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, yeah, boy. Weekend time. That's the big show done and dusted for this week. Mogi off to Taupo tomorrow.
No, Taupo.
Oh, okay.
It's not Taupo. Tor and paw don't rhyme.
Mate.
It's your toe like
Don't
your toe.
you dare
and then your paw like your cat's paw.
Don't you dare try and correct my te reo.
Te reo.
But that'll be nice, mate. Even though,
It will be.
I can sort of take or leave that place, to be
No,
honest.
100%. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. Indeed. So tonight I'll be packing the bags and all that sort of carry on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, great stuff, mate. Pugs, what are you up to for the weekend?
I'm going out tonight for dinner with my lady for her birthday.
Do you like to party?
Do I like to party? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the odd occasion. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good,
So
good.
we'll go out for dinner. It's one of those Brazilian steak places where they keep bringing out meat. Looks really good, actually.
You're going to tell us you can have chips with everything tonight, darling?
What?
It's what when I take my wife out for dinner, I still do. I say to her, "You're gonna have chips with everything tonight, darling."
Oh, I'll make sure
Yeah.
I get that one out. Yeah.
Garçon, pudding.
Mo chips.
Hundreds and thousands on everything, my love. Nothing. I'm not sparing the horses for you. Don't you worry about it.
I'll take that same approach tonight, man.
Yeah, good.
Sure, it'll help.
And Rio, and maybe a hickey tonight,
What,
Pugs.
me?
Yeah, well, you could give one out. Hickeys are cool, man.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Maybe.
Yeah, man. As we were saying before, it means everybody knows you're getting some.
Cool.
And, I had a thought today as I was walking into the show, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to book a hotel room for me and my wife tomorrow night.
My wife.
And take her out to dinner. I'm not even going to tell her. I'm just going to say, darling,
Don't even invite her. That'll show her.
pack your bag.
You're off.
Pack your bag. Funnily enough, I said to my wife last night when I got home, I had the weirdest thought. As I was in Sky City, I went, what's to stop me booking a room here and just having a big night on the floor?
Yeah, good on you,
You know
man.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
I might do that tonight before the big date tomorrow night. Hey, make sure you have a safe weekend out there. Check out the podcast. Check out the Instagram account. Till Monday. See you later.